This is a detailed dive into 051 Melly's murder list. I will be going over all of the people he allegedly killed, including the timeline of his tweets from Twitter. Melly tweeted a lot, sending tweets out before a hit and after. He was so reckless at the time that he would stop tweeting around the time that he would go do a hit, and the times would actually line up, doing a hit and coming back online after the hit, dissing the other gang. Go check out my website too, where I post exclusive videos and pictures that I can't post on YouTube or Instagram. Plus I have motivation merch on there too. It all started with Melly's deep-rooted family that was heavily involved with gang activity, from his father and stepfather and even uncles and cousins. So it was no escape for Melly. He would attend Deuceable High School when he was in close company with Mickey Cobras. Plus his cousin Zico was a high-ranking 051 Young Money member. 051 Zico died on September 27, 2008. This was one of the first people that Melly lost that made him start killing. 051 Zico got into an altercation in a parking lot of a McDonald's in the 700 block of East 47th Street. THF Aki was locked up for this murder and still is locked up to this day. 051 wouldn't get back for Zico until 2012.
Heavenly Father, we come now just to say thank you. Father, thank you for another day, another opportunity. And keep your arms around us as we travel these streets, Father.
You scared of the dark?
No.
I'm one of them type of guys that be in the dark waiting for you when you gotta go pee at night.
It was February 2nd, 2012. This is the first alleged gang member that Melly took out. It was around nighttime when Shaquille Rush was in an alley in the 5900 block of S Calumet Avenue when allegedly 051 Melly walked up on him while he was peeing and shot him multiple times. Shaq 600 was only 20 at the age of his death, and this would be Melly's favorite person to diss after he died. He would start dissing Shaq 600 only 4 months later on Twitter. The first tweet was on June 28th, 2012. Shout out to Young Money for making G. It's Shaq City talking about some ish y'all did to Young Money. Oh, I forgot y'all can. And he was replying to Justo from 600, who is now doing football numbers for murder. And this was only 7 days after Fathead from 051 Young Money died, which was a close member to Melly. June 22nd, 2012. Antonio Davis, aka Fathead from 051 Young Money, was in the 700 block of South Union Avenue when allegedly some 600 members would walk up on him and shoot him multiple times. They pulled up in a gray van and exited with dark hoodies. He was allegedly shot 8 times in the head, and after Fathead died, Melly took dissing on Twitter to a whole nother level, responding to members from 600 when a 600 member said, MD ain't good for 51 Young Money cause they go get T Streets on Zico. Melly responded tweeting LOL talking about y'all did something cause you, Brittany, and Shaq know how them shells feel. T Streets was a guy from 051 Young Money that was killed on November 10th, 2011, and he was allegedly killed by a 600 member. He was another reason why the war started. He would consistently go back and forth with 600 members on Twitter. He also went through the years continuously dissing Shaq 600. February 2nd is next week. Shaq Day turn up. This next murder that Melly allegedly committed, these tweets would line up perfectly to where as though he would tweet throughout the day, and all around when a murder happened, his tweets suddenly stopped for hours. May 31st, 2014. At around 12:19 a.m. the night before the hit, Melly would tweet out 11:19 for the loose screw me. Then around 1:35 a.m. he would tweet riding down 71st. A girl would question him though, how you go from laying down thinking to riding down 71st? He would reply, I'm in a van, D-face. Then at 3:43 a.m. he would tweet, I could have did a lot of bogus ish. That was his last tweet before he went to sleep. He would wake up around 10 a.m. because his next tweet was at 10:06 a.m. That would mean he got less than 5 hours of sleep. He suddenly went from riding with his nephew at 11:06 a.m. from telling a girl, I'll make you suck my toes at 2:06 p.m. This was the last tweet before Melly would go black for about 4 hours from Twitter. 3:20 p.m. MacArthur Swindle, aka OTF Nunu from Face World 079, who was also the blood cousin of Lil Durk, was sitting in a sports utility vehicle in the 700 block of East 87th Street when someone walked up and started shooting. OTF Nunu tried to get away but crashed into a storefront nearby. Melly would hop back on Twitter less than 3 hours later with laughing emojis, which he tweeted this at 6 p.m. His next tweet went out at 6:50 p.m. saying, LMAO, who said he looking for me? Then he would tweet at 6:54 p.m. emojis of somebody running from gunshots. 10:31 p.m. I'm bored as hell. This was the next day at 11:02 a.m. Durk steady talking about Nunu was next up. Same was LA Capone too. They got Savage turned down like Lil Rob. Lil Rob was a Land Raw member that died on June 13th, 2013. And he was allegedly killed by a 051 member too.
Blood cousin that killed Chicago. Yeah.
Newski signing his deal like 2 days before he got killed.
Yeah.
Like how long have y'all, we were talking about signing him before he actually signed his deal?
Like, shit, we first started rapping.
After he signed the deal, like, how'd y'all celebrate?
We didn't really even get a chance. Ain't nothing.
March 26, 2015. 2:07 a.m. I've been everywhere with 80 shots. Today nobody was out. The next day on March 27th, 2015, which this would be the day that OTF Chino, which was a member of THF 46, would lose his life. He was also the manager of Lil Durk. 1:07 a.m. I'm hell right now. This would literally be an hour before OTF Chino was gunned down in the 8400 block of South Stony Island. 9:46 a.m. Only about 8 hours after OTF Chino died, Melly would go to Twitter again, saying they dropped that song, huh? Melly will ultimately be talking about the song that Lil Durk dropped with Lil Mouse and Young Scooter only 2 days before Chino died. And this was allegedly what really egged Melly on to get Chino out of there. This was a statement kill because Lil Durk was getting hotter and hotter on a music tip. As y'all can remember, Lil Durk was dropping songs like Purge, which now has over 13 million views. And we all know who Lil Durk was talking about in this song. Purge was also a song that tempted Melly to go out and kill. Just listen to it. Then he would tweet at 10:46 a.m. MF is funny as hell. Them pics stay popping up in my head. Back out here. LOL, this man funny. It ain't no 8 to 10 B. Young Money, we stay up. Then a 051 member would comment, OTF Chino equals Young Money 051. Remember, this was all tweeted the same day that Chino died. I see the hurt in their eyes. Around May 17th to the 18th in 2015, THF allegedly sent 15-year-old Raheem to do a hit on Melly. He allegedly shot him in the foot and grazed his head. After Melly got shot, he had a field day on Twitter about this. When they come again, tell him finish the job. Shout out to them cheap Walmart bullets. I'm still in this ish. Some broke and couldn't buy no real bullets. I'm still outside every day. Feet shooters. Then on May 20th, wait, did I just see that THF and OTF run the city? I'm dead, just come shoot at my feet again. Somebody from THF would respond, you know this our city. I don't even play the dead man game, but I just see ends too happy about my feet. It would be a lot of going back and forth with THF members over the next couple days. Plus, Melly was still outside op shopping after he got shot in the foot. He says, I ain't gonna tweak with an MF on here, period again. I'm just making them all suffer. Hashtag on Lil Mark. My feet, WTF. Ever since me and bro got shot, MF is feel as though they want $1 billion on my son. He will go from posting pictures outside on somebody's prom day on crutches to continuously dissing THF. Melly would send out this last tweet on May 24th before going black for hours. At around 8:15 p.m. on that same day on the 24th, police found a 14-year-old boy shot and a 15-year-old boy in the 800 block of East 45th Street. The 15-year-old boy was dead at the scene and was identified as Raheem Dameron, aka THF Raheem. Melly got back on Twitter around 9:43 p.m. My feet hurting. I'm probably finna stay in the crib. Melly didn't diss Raheem too much after he allegedly got him. The reason why is 051 Earl was locked up for this murder, and he was allegedly on a hit too. 051 Earl only did 7.5 years for this murder, but got locked back up in 2018, and I think he's still locked up to this day. Melly was feeling untouchable and knew he had real savages scared of him in the streets, so he decided around Christmas of 2015 to run up on Shy Hoover in the club and snatch his chain.
Oh, that's foolish. That's crazy.
Nothing. I took this by myself. When they section by myself, I took it. They was outside. I was in there by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah, he lied on his interview, said we was brawling. We ain't had no damn fight in no hallway.
Now we get to scrapping over my chain. I'm like, with my chain, and they breaking it up. Now the move niggas standing in front of it. Now all the niggas standing in front of it.
He just came in the party. I knew who he was. He asking them who am I. They told him who I was. He's still in the party dropping wires. You know, we don't do that. That's disrespectful when I'm around my presence. He said, shit, I just told him. Like,
Security!
You know, I was Young Money. At first he said, you know, I told him, you know, I was Young Money and I took it off his name.
Nah. I'm like, man, this nigga got my chain. Why the security all this got us, man? I'm like, this nigga got my chain, this nigga got my chain. And everybody standing right there like,
He come kick the door like, man, he got my chain. Woo me, get my chain back. Then he called security, get his chain back in the hallway. Then he told me to keep it. He got it.
November 26, 2016, Daquan Bennett, aka Bankroll Q, from the 051 Young Money set, was in the 8800 block of South Exchange when he was shot in the chest and was pronounced dead at the scene. Only a day later, allegedly, Melly got revenge. On November 27, 2016, at around 2:03 p.m., Delvin Weston, aka Lil Del, from the Foley Boys set, was in the 8800 block of South Marshfield when someone fired shots from a dark-colored SUV. He was only 18 at the age of his death. Melly would go to Twitter an hour after this happened, posting a picture with a high-powered rifle. Then he would post, "I'm an army alone, finna go and change my clothes." Listen closely to what this 051 member says in this video that they posted an hour after this Foley Boy member would die.
Man, you gotta get your girlfriend, you gotta be faithful, bro.
I got a girlfriend
You
on
gotta
that
get like
album.
me. You gotta get like me. You got
Girlfriend on that album. I'm out of that, dog, G.
Then 3 days later, Melly would allegedly slide again. November 30th, 2016, Trayvon Dickinson, aka Trayvon from the THF-46 set, was in the 6800 block of South Cornell at around 8:05 p.m. when allegedly Melly walked up on him and shot him multiple times. He was shot in the head and abdomen. Less than an hour later, Melly would go to Twitter. "You won't catch me saying F no dead person. That was me in 2011. 6 years ago, but it's always F them other ends, you know." Plus they posted videos of them pulling up and celebrating hours after he was killed. Melly would lose some close people to him over the next couple years, which allegedly THF got back for Trayvon. Only 3 days later, they caught Curtis Noels, aka Sharp Mac, on December 2nd, 2016. Then they caught another high-ranking member on June 27th, 2017. His name was Curtis Posey, aka Kurt Mac. He was known to diss a lot and was there the night Melly snatched Shy Hoover's chain. The last person that Melly allegedly took out before they took him out was Tyrone Marshall, aka TY from GGE. On August 19th, 2018, Tyrone, 19 years of age, was leaning against a parked vehicle, talking to a friend when another vehicle pulled up and someone inside fired shots. At around 3:27 p.m. in the 4000 block of South Calumet Avenue, he was shot in the head and was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center. Melly wasn't active on Twitter around this time, but when they took Melly out, it was September 1st, 2019. Some people allegedly warned Melly before he went to this party that some ops was going to be at the party, and Melly allegedly did a drive-by on one of their mother's houses. And around 2:45 a.m., Yarmel Williams, aka Melly, was in a party of a house in the 6100 block of South St. Lawrence Avenue when someone in a party opened fire on him, killing Melly at the age of 27. Many people are still dying up today over the murder of 051 Melly. But that'll be about it for this video. Make sure you like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what y'all want to see next. And as always, stay blessed, stay well. Yeah, I'm out.